The perfect moment to plant a tree was 20 years ago. The second best time is now. Most people think that to change your life, you need to wait for a special day, like New Year's Day. We believe that we need a fresh start to do big things. We see people who achieve their goals, and we want to be like them. We admire a friend who got in shape, or a person who learned a new skill. Failure, on the other hand, seems like a bad thing. We think if we failed in the past, we will fail in the future. Wasting time does not seem to help us get anywhere in life. We do not like the feeling of being behind and try to hide it. We often feel sad when we look at the calendar and see the year is almost over, and we try not to show it to others. But this feeling of running out of time might be more powerful than we think. Even though most people see this pressure as bad, it simply means you have a clear finish line. This does not always mean it's too late. Sometimes, using this pressure can actually work better than waiting for a new year, if you know how to use it the right way. The ancient samurai of Japan knew that the end of a battle is when you focus the most. Being relaxed is not always the best answer. Today, we will explore how to use these last 3 months to completely change your life, using an ancient samurai mindset that has been misunderstood for too long. Once upon a time, in a small village in old Japan, there lived a young potter named Kenji. Kenji dreamed of making the most beautiful vase in the entire village. But his pots always came out crooked or cracked. Kenji had always believed that to create something perfect, he needed a full year of practice without making any mistakes. Now, with only a few months left until the village festival, he felt like a failure. One day, Kenji sat by the river, looking at his broken pots. He tried to stay calm and focused, but his mind was full of frustration. He felt sad and did not know what to do. An old retired samurai named Master Takeda, who was walking by, noticed Kenji's struggle. Takeda said gently, "The clay does not care what month it is. It only cares about your hands now." Kenji was confused. "But master," he said, "I have wasted the whole year. How can I become a master potter in just 3 months?" Master Takeda smiled. He picked up his wooden sword. Instead of doing a fancy sword dance, he spent the next hour practicing just one single movement, over and over again. It was a simple downward slash, but each time he did it, it was with perfect focus, as if it was the only thing in the world that mattered. "You see," Takeda explained, "I do not think about the 1,000 strikes I will do tomorrow. I only think of this one. You have not wasted a year. You have wasted thousands of single moments. But you have a new moment right now, and another one after that." Over the following weeks, Master Takeda taught Kenji to forget the festival, to forget his past failures, and to focus only on the piece of clay right in front of him for just 1 minute at a time. Kenji learned that making one good pot was just a series of one good, focused minute. From that day forward, Kenji understood that true change doesn't need a new year, just a new moment. When people asked for his secret to making beautiful pots so quickly, Kenji would say, "I didn't make a great vase. I just tried to have one great minute, over and over again." This story teaches us about the samurai mindset for finishing strong. Most people get sad about the time they've lost, but ancient wisdom shows us that focusing on the little time we have left is the most powerful tool of all. The first samurai method is called Shoshin, which means beginner's mind. Beginner's mind means looking at a task as if you are doing it for the first time. This works because it removes the weight of your past failures. You are not Kenji, the potter who failed for 9 months. You are simply Kenji, the potter. Think about when you wake up in the morning. When you wake up, most people think about all the things they didn't do yesterday. But the beginner's mind teaches us to see each day as a fresh start. The first part of this practice is to forgive your past self. When you wake up, instead of thinking, "I'm so behind on my goals," you say to yourself, "Today is day one." This feels strange at first, but it works because it frees your mind to focus on today instead of worrying about yesterday. The second part is to be curious. A beginner is not afraid to ask simple questions and try simple things. Instead of trying to do a huge, complicated workout, a beginner just asks, "What if I just walk for 10 minutes today?" This helps you take small, easy steps forward. The second method builds on what we just learned. While the beginner's mind helps you forget the past, the art of the single strike helps you focus on the present. A samurai believed it was better to land one perfect strike than 100 sloppy ones. Here is how this works in real life. Let's say you want to improve your life. Most people make a list. I'll learn guitar, go to the gym, read more books, and start a business. But this is like trying to fight 4 enemies at once. The samurai way is to choose one enemy or one goal and focus all your energy on that. For the next 90 days, instead of trying to fix everything, you pick just one thing. Maybe it's your health. Maybe it's reading one book. This creates a clear and simple mission. The key is total focus on one goal. When you wake up, you only have to ask yourself one question. What is the one small thing I can do today for my one goal? This might seem too simple, but the long-term benefit is huge. Many people discover that by focusing on one thing, they actually get better at everything else. When you get healthier, you have more energy to read or work. It's like knocking down the first domino. The deepest level of the samurai mindset involves building your 90-day dojo. A dojo is a training hall. This is not about building a real place, but about creating a time and space for your practice every single day. When you practice one thing for 90 days, something interesting happens. It stops being something you have to do, and it becomes part of who you are. This happens because your brain builds a new path, like a trail in the forest that gets clearer each time you walk it. A master samurai does not think about drawing his sword. His body just does it. In the same way, after 90 days of 10-minute walks, you won't think about your walk. You'll just put on your shoes and go. This creates powerful, automatic habits. The ancient samurai understood that greatness is not born from one big act of courage. They knew that greatness is just small, boring practices done every single day. Here is how you can start today. First, choose one goal for the rest of the year. Don't pick many, like 5 or 6. Just take one. This might be go for a walk every day, read for 15 minutes, or drink more water. Second, make your first step incredibly small. Instead of go for a 1-hour walk, just decide to put on my walking shoes and walk to the end of the street. This takes only 2 minutes, but starts building the habit. Third, connect this to something you already do every day. Say to yourself, after I brush my teeth in the morning, I will put on my shoes and walk. This makes it easy to remember. Fourth, track your practice. Get a calendar and put a big X on every day you do your small action. The important thing is to see your progress. You're not trying to be perfect. You're just trying to build a chain of X's. Practice this for the next 90 days. Do not worry about how much you are changing. Focus only on putting that X on the calendar each day. Some people find this difficult because they feel their goal is too big. If this happens to you, make your action even smaller. Instead of read for 15 minutes, make it read 1 page Others worry about missing a day and breaking the chain. Remember the beginner's mind. If you miss a day, it's okay. The next day is just day one again. You haven't failed. You're just a beginner starting fresh. The most important thing is to be kind to yourself. Even if you miss a week, you can always start again. This is normal and part of the learning process. Remember that the samurai mindset works because it is simple. The art of the single strike helps you focus on one important thing through small daily actions in your 90-day dojo. The ancient samurai knew that a sword is not sharpened with one hard strike, but with thousands of gentle passes over the stone. Your life can become completely different in these last 3 months, not by doing something huge, but by doing something small every single day. Start with your one goal, take your one tiny step, and trust that you are building something powerful. Try this for the rest of the year and let me know in the comments how it changes your life. What small step will you take today? As the wise samurai masters understood, the past is gone and the future is not here. The only time you have is now. So make this moment count. Thank you for watching.